to Jadda's Craft Cottage. I saw these fabrics and thought they would make cute summer placemats and napkins. All I'm going to do is cut and serge. You will need double-sided quilted fabric for the placemats and coordinating cotton fabric for the napkins. 1 yard of quilted fabric will make 6 placemats, and 1 yard of cotton fabric will make 6 14-inch napkins. I'm going to start with the placemats. Cut the selvage off on both ends. It will be about a 1/2 inch. This comes out to be about 36 inches by 43 inches. Now we want to cut the 36 inches in half. To make it easier, I'm just going to fold it in half, the size of the yardage. Next, cut each fabric 13 inches. Our placemats will be 13 by 18 inches. You'll have a little left over for each of those 18 inches. Continue with the other side. Placemats can either be a rectangle with all straight edges, or you can draw a curve on the corners. Now I'm going to cut the curve off. I will do that to the rest of my placemats. I have had 3 different sergers. I got my first one while we were living in Canada in 1987. It took me 1.5 hours just to set it up and check the stitching before I could start my project. This serger is a self-threader, and it takes me only 15 minutes to change the threads and do any testing. For the placemats, I'm using a 4-thread overlock with both needles. The stitch length is 3.0 and the stitch width is 5.5. I'm going to do a little test just to show you. Nice and clean. Now I'll start with the placemats. Pull the threads with a looper and add some Frey Check to the ends. Now finish off all the rest of the placemats. It took me about 20 minutes to serge these placemats. They have a nice clean edge around them. If you want to bind them later, because they have a curved edge, you will need to use a bias binding. Now we're ready to make the napkins. Cut your coordinating fabric to 14 inches wide. Cut the selvage off. Cut these pieces 14 inches. Each napkin will be 14 by 14. Press this, and then we'll start our serging. We will use a rolled hem for the napkins. Consult your user's guide on how to change the settings for the rolled hem. Take off your left needle and you're only using the right needle at this time. Some machines will automatically adjust with a few knobs, like this one will. On the older machines, you may have to change the foot to a rolled hem foot. If you do have one of the older machines, set your dials to the right needle at 3, the upper looper at 5, and the lower looper around 4. I used to use woolly nylon, which you can see like this, it kind of fluffs up in the upper looper on these napkins, but it got stuck in my machine and I had to have my machine serviced. That took about 2 months to get it fixed. I have set my machine for a narrow rolled hem, and I'm going to serge all my napkins on one side, connecting them with a chain stitch. Cut off the last stitch, turn it around so the last napkin is now going to be your first napkin. Lay the rest of them in your lap and serge the other side. Now all the napkins are connected on 2 sides. Kind of looks like a ladder. Cut between each napkin either with your snips, or I have this tool that is a blade saver that you can just stick it in here and you just go and it pops out. Now I'm going to go back and do the other 2 sides the same way. I have separated all the napkins. Now you want to trim these little tails. After the tails have been trimmed, place a little drop of Frey Check on every corner and let this dry. Try not to let them touch each other because it will stick. If you have extra napkin fabric, you can make these cocktail napkins the same way. The size was 8.5 by 8.5. I was able to get 5 on a strip of fabric. They make great hostess gifts. I hope you will try making some festive, reversible placemats and matching napkins. This project took just an afternoon to complete. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. A day without sunshine is just an extra day for crafting.